Hello everybody, and welcome back to Extermination. It has been a bit of a minute since I last recorded. I've been trying to test some things and, fiddle with some things. I can't really fix the issues I had last episode, the stuttering and lagging issues. It's just gonna happen. Unfortunately, my laptop can't run this very well when it comes to certain things. I can run this in native PS2, but the game looks really rough on the recording, and it's like there's not much I can do about that. To record this in 1080p, I have to upscale it, of course, and that causes some rendering issues when especially this game was ambitious for its time and is rendering entire levels and areas in real time, which is kind of insane. The more you think about it, it's kind of an insane concept for its time too. This is the launch PS2 title, and there's a reason why it kind of runs kind of rough on a emulator, especially on a higher resolution. I've tried running this on just 720p, which is much better than the original, much better than the PS2 native resolution. It did not look great still, and it still had issues. It was still running a little slow at areas where there's a lot of fire and stuff. It's like, yeah, you know what? It getting less performance but higher graphics and on certain scenarios and situations is a bit of a better risk, in my opinion, for this game. Because if it's gonna lag regardless, and if it's gonna stutter nearly as bad, even at a lower resolution, it just, like, what's the point then? If I was running this on 1440p, the game barely runs at all at all times. At least at 1080, it runs pretty well until we get to like really like chunky areas with a lot of stuff going on. Then it starts running pretty bad, and I'm just gonna have to like deal with that in editing and stuff like that. It's just gonna happen. But before I continue on for where we last left off, I do have something I want to show you guys that I completely missed in the last episode. So you'll see me cut to there just a second just to show it off. But yeah, there was something I completely missed, and I don't think I can get it until later. But I do want to show it off and replay a section just to get it, and you'll see why. It's a bit of a neat thing that I have to remember that this game kind of does pretty well. So I'll see you there in just a sec. Alright, we're back, guys. So I went a little bit ahead or I went back, I should say, to show you this. So I reloaded a save, and yes, there is a crawl space here after you move the little tram station, the little freight crater which you have to move. Yes, you can access this later, but it's actually very nice to access this now, of all things. So it's an own little room. You get another MTS, which is, very good. You get a booster shot, which is very good. And you also get another magazine. Very useful early game. Having another magazine at this part of the game is very good. 150 rounds. Some bosses can take more than that, depending on your situation or just areas where you need to shoot a lot. 150 rounds doesn't really last you that much. I'm just gonna be completely honest. You can get way more ammo than what you see on the screen at the moment. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. I'm going to play the rest of the bits that we did before and get to where we last saved. So you're gonna see another cut here. So I'll see you just in a sec, guys. Hey guys, we're back. Yep, I got that extra clip and everything. I took slightly less damage than last time, just only slightly. So yes, we have now 6 magazines. We have 180 rounds, which is a very good start to this game. So we need to go through here. The door is locked, so we need to progress through here. Again, if you see stutters, I might do my best to try to edit them out. But in certain situations, there's going to be parts where it's like story relevant, and it's going to have to stay in. I'll do my best for you guys to, make sure it's not too bad, but there's only so much I can do in the face of everything. So yes, we do get into this place. Opening these boxes so far have been terrible for me. Hey, at least there's something. There's gunk on this door. We cannot access that for sure. There's a body here that's being eaten by these slugs. Got another MTS. So you get a lot of these throughout the game. They're meant to be used quite often. What is that creature? It looks like a human being to me, but, you know, I could be totally wrong. Nothing there. Nothing there. Alright. So we're just gonna head up on here. Map of the facility. Nice. Or at least parts of it, I should say. Alright. Dr. Jim Jorgensen. Their reproduction rate is unbelievable. There must be 100 times more of them than we can actually see. According to my calculations, within 18 hours, this facility will be completely overrun by them. We need to evacuate, but with the blizzard, we don't have a chance. We only have two choices, to die in here or out there. Yeesh. Okay. So I think we need to open this with this. Yes, immediately cuts into, like, super action music. FOV. Yeah, that's coming towards us, isn't it? And this has explosives. Yeah, this ain't looking too hot for us. I say we gotta run. Woo, that was close. Alright. Oh, now there's fire everywhere, and there's a note here that I didn't read. Warning! Fort Stewart Special Directives, Article 14. In the event that the biohazard containment shutters have closed and sealed off the transportation tunnels, permission must be granted by the supervising officer on duty before using the manual override switch. Oh, I manually override their lives. Oh, that was close. There was another button over there, but I don't think it actually does anything. But we do have access to the rest of the facility, which is, you know, nice. There's a lot of slugs here. I'm just gonna quickly just open these boxes, see if there's anything of use, like this. Yeah, I don't know why sometimes they like that, where they're just in the box, and sometimes they're, like, actually have a model despawn. Let's, battery power packed. Let's get this done. This will consume 4 units. That's a lot. But we can get the door open at least. And avoid getting hit with any infection as possible. Now here's a part that is going to be a bit laggy. I can't really change it.
Emergency security lockdown activated.
Yeah.
Commencing shutdown sequence for level 1 lab research area access.
Hey, wait a second. Isn't that?
Yeah. The audio gets a little messed up in certain areas too because of it. Yeah, this room's a little laggy, unfortunately. We do have a lot of these suckers. They're going to be everywhere. I do want to break this a little bit. I do want to kill a couple of them. Ah, there we go. Yeah, we got hit with infection. Of course we did, when I was, like, unaware. Yep, so once you get infection, Dennis starts commenting on his status. And yes, we're at 10%. That's not terrible, but it is not great to be infected at all. You don't want to be infected, if you can help it. But yes, he says, I feel tired. And that will eventually start to change very soon. I believe this is a good idea, but it's also a bad idea. Yeah. We let out a ton of them. We need to raise this. That was close. I might get hit here. Ooh, that was close. The game gives you very little iframes. At least we're getting health. That's the good part. Ooh, iframes. Let's go. They can hit you off the ladder. That is something that they can very well do. Full health. So you must be very careful about descending and ascending ladders. Yeah, we're gonna get hit here. Yep. Well, that's 20%. The green liquid is penetrating my suit and seeping into my skin. The pain is unbearable. Yeah, we're not looking so hot right now. The burning sensation. I think this is a... Yes. Warning. Since the infestation within the facility, blackouts have been reported in several areas. Yeah, while navigating in the dark, utilize the light on the tactical grip unit installed on the assault rifle in order to proceed with caution. While on patrol, keep in mind that the small life forms, known as bugs, tend to prefer the dark. This is a warning to everybody that there is going to be parts where you cannot see properly.
Damn, it's locked. Hey, you're that girl from before. I'm trying to get to Building B. How do I get there?
You're still here? Use the elevator.
Elevator? What elevator?
What
Reach the
elevator?
ground facility by using that freight elevator.
How do I activate it? What's this?
It's the security code to unlock this door. Type it into the command center's computer.
Then what?
I'll give you what you need to operate the elevator. Get to the ground level. Find your friends and get out of here.
51204791. I have written it down. This is a notorious code. It is very long, and it's written backwards. They give you one chance to actually look at it properly, which is really bullshit. And if you want to try to see it again,
It's a security code.
it's written backwards. You can always view that to get a slight look at it, but again, it is such a really hard to see code that you will have a lot of trouble remembering it unless you write it down properly. There's a lot of these fucks. There's a lot of these fuckers. Made it. Alright, this is locked from the other side. So here's the thing in this game that you can do. You can shimmy. You know? This is actually really neat. The game does allow you to shimmy. However, you can fall to your death sometimes or fall and take damage if you're not really paying attention. So I think we need to drop right here. Yes! The box was right there. And it gives us a free magazine. So we do have a good amount. Speaking of which, I do want to set this to 3 rounds. And you'll see why very soon. Alright, let's get out of there. Make sure we do some save states, you know, don't want, you know, always repeat stuff. Yep, the game always lets you know what infection rate you are. Ah, you sack of shit. See, you gotta jump to there, just to jump to there. Ah! Ah! Get off of me! Get off of me! Ah. So yes, they can jump and leap on you, and they do take bites. And they do a lot. A bite does 10 damage. It's actually not insurmountable. I wonder if I can probably make it with just a running head start. I think so, yeah. That was close. Almost missed it there. And Dennis, I did not want you to do that, buddy. That's the problem with the action button being on multiple functions with running and jumping. You will occasionally do run off like that, so be very careful about your button prompts. Do not spam. Do not spam it. I don't think this is a place we can go at the moment. Yeah, back down, bitch. And these things are being very aggressive, so... These things are being very aggressive. So I think we still need to go over here. So I think that stops us from even progressing. But let's see. I think it stops you. I'm pretty sure it will block you from moving forward. We need to turn on the conveyor belt. That is the issue. I do not remember where the button is. I'm pretty sure this will block you from even moving it. To even moving. Yeah. So I will take damage here. Which is unfortunate. It's only 5. You can fall from greater heights and it will kill you or do significant damage. Oh, this is open. That's what. It was locked before. Another map, which is, you know, nice. Infection is spiking. Robert Cameron. Ever since those overgrown cockroaches showered me with that sticky green liquid they spit out, my back is in extreme pain. It's like something is stabbing me from inside. It's developed into some kind of boil. Now every time my skin touches water, an intense prickling pain runs through my body. What's wrong with me? There used to be so many scientists around the facility, but now you can't find a single one. The security officers won't say a thing. It's like some kind of damn conspiracy. Something big must have happened here. I knew I shouldn't have come to a classified base in the middle of nowhere. Too late for regrets now. Yep, buddy boy got showered with a lot of stuff. A lot of that green stuff, you know what I'm saying. So yes, we turn on the conveyor belt. We could have avoided some unnecessary damage and pain. And infection, I guess. But we will continue on, just as fine and dandy. So we gotta be very careful with getting up here. You gotta be very careful. Fort Stewart Special Directives Article 13. All personnel stationed at Fort Stewart shall be provided with an access card key. It is mandatory to carry the key card at all times. There are 2 types of card keys, Card Key Alpha and Card Key Beta, which are assigned based on security clearance. The owner of each card is responsible for the card key, and loss of or damage due to irresponsible behavior will be penalized. Which is a hint at what some things we may be able to find or acquire to get us into certain areas. Because I believe this needs, yeah, an alpha key card reader. But let us get to another area soon here. And remember when I talked about the dark stuff? We're getting to there very shortly. Shotgun shells. For a shotgun we don't have. But here's what I was talking about. So yes, this game portrays dark areas like this. And unfortunately, I don't even think we have the flashlight, do we? Oh, that's right. I think I need to hold X. Square. Yep, square allows you to illuminate the area. You cannot move and shoot, of course. So be at your own advise and looking. In the case of an emergency security lockdown, the level 1 lab access door will be completely sealed. To open the door from the outside, access the command center's computer and input the security code. Under no circumstances shall the security code be disclosed to non-research personnel without authorization. So yeah, if you're not on the list, you're kind of fucked. So you kind of do need the light to see a lot of things. You can only barely see, as you can see. It is very dark. The game is a little crazy for it. So be very careful where you're moving. Be very careful you're not missing anything. And be careful not to run into an enemy's face while doing so. There's a lot of creatures here like that. And I'm trying to see where to go. I think that's where they need to go. But there is a ladder here. I don't ever remember there being a ladder here. But yeah, we are hit with 40%. We are taking a lot more damage than I like. I should be shooting these suckers, truth be told. And it is a room I cannot even access, so that was pointless. Congratulations, you won. We're gonna take some nasty damage here. Go, 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 Dennis! Those things will slow you down. It's a little annoying. But I think we are in the clear. At least for now. We have to return there soon. Game. Yep, unfortunately this is one of the sections where the game will massively slow down. Because this is where we were, yeah. That's why. Be careful when going over these things. You will die. You will fall to your death, so be very careful. Ernie Hartman. This morning I woke up to the sound of something crawling in the ceiling. It couldn't have been a mouse. None could survive and breed in the extreme cold of the Antarctic. What was it? Now I can hear it more clearly. It sounds like some sort of slime oozing, and there's a low, sickening groan. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. They're here too. Roger. Yep.
Roger.
Our boy is
Damn it.
down.
How could this happen?
Yeah, what a way to die, too. Yeah, don't look right. The game will start to lag. Again, I'm going to try to make this work as best as possible. I have, like, as I have stated, I would try to make this work as best as possible. And the command center. This is one of the worst areas in the game. This is one of the worst areas in the game, and you will see very soon as to why. Get out of my face. There's a lot of these suckers, and I kind of need to kill them. You kind of need to kill some of them, because they will be an issue to deal with. Unfortunately, this area is another area where it is laggy. It's a big area, there's a lot of stuff going on. Woo, that was close. Another magazine. We are at 8. That is not even half of the magazines in the game, truth be told. Yeah, we definitely need to kill those suckers. So you need to be very careful in this area. The water is electrified. And it will do a crap ton of damage to you. And you can fall here too, which is, you know, not fun. Alright, so we are kind of fucked here. We will be taking damage. Get up, please, Dennis! Thank you. Sorry about that. He would just not want to get up. Michael Badham. Those monstrous bugs have even invaded the command center before we knew what was happening. The foul green liquid they spit out seems to infect the ground it lands on, mutating it into a putrid mass. The command center computer here controls all the base main systems. If it's infected by those bugs, God knows what will happen to the rest of the base. The scariest thing is, if the heating control circuit is damaged, the whole base is going to be 20 below in a matter of hours. Who's going to survive in that? When is the rescue unit coming? I still haven't heard anything from the upper brass. What the hell are they keeping from us? They're keeping a lot. Also, as you can see on Dennis, the more infection you get, the more darker color he gets. Like more of a dark purple blue. Oh, I forgot about that. I do want to see if I can make it to there, so let us try to do that. Position myself. There we go. Hey, we actually got it! First try. Good. And it is an MTS. That is very useful. MTS, again, are full recoveries. We need to make it to there, I guess. But there we go. Article 5. Special directives. The entrance to the maximum security area attached to the lower level of the command center must remain sealed during the emergency unless otherwise instructed. We'll let that, you know, go off. So yeah, when it electrifies like that, then it is dangerous. You gotta be very careful. There's a lot of these fuckers. I don't know if those are explosive. I do not want to test. U.S. Level 1 classified document. Eyes only. Fort Stewart security overview. Inside the Fort Stewart facility, a compartmental access control system has been installed to ensure the base security. Normal access to compartments is determined by the classification level encoded in a person's card key. Access to a lab area will be automatically secured if the system detects a physical or environmental abnormality. If it is for any reason the security lockdown does not release after the situation returns to normal, the lockdown can be manually overwritten using the computer terminal in the command center with the approval of the authorized researcher. Use the security code of the researcher with access to research labs for the manual override. These are things to remember. Ah yes, I first mine in the game. You can deactivate these with your knife, which is very nice. Another MTS vaccine. We can at least enter here, which is where we need to be. We have a safe station, which is, you know, good to know. Robert Cameron. I just realized that a week ago, during my equipment inspection rounds, I happened to see several security officers carrying boxes into the level 1 lab area. I have a feeling that they were delivering gun parts. They must have known what was going to happen here. No, that can't be right. Can it? Conspiracy. There is an item here. It is a booster shot. That is very handy. And then we have to input a code here. I have it written down on my phone. So it should be 5 1 2 0 4 7 9 1. Confirmed. Yep. Everything's restored in the level 1 security room. So the door that was locked, where the researcher was, we can actually access that now. We'll make a save there. That was a close one, buddy. But we can go that way, or we can go this way first. Nah, not this time, buddy. Really, no items. Interesting. Can't cut that. I did see there was something down here. I think it's another MTS vaccine. No, it's a dog tag. That's right. They are dog tags in the game. Recon Squad member Lance Corporal Arthur McDonnell. There are dog tags in the game. If you collect them all, or collect a good number of them, you can get special weapons after beating the game with all these dog tags. Right, I just wanted that. And then we can actually get out of here. So yeah, here's another mechanic of the game. We do have a, like, a climbing system of some chance. Thankfully, this, you can actually aim while this. It's actually really cool. It's a really cool feature in the game. You will be using it quite a bit for certain fights and getting around some areas. And then make sure you you gotta time this just right. Boom. And you can make it around just fine like that. Very useful. You will be needing that for a lot of encounters depicting that type of situation. So let us head back. Make sure we don't look to the left. It will cause our game to lag like crazy. And yep. And that has grown. That is a spawner. It will spawn little freaking bugs to come out and play. You can shoot to kill it, which I do highly recommend. They can be very annoying to deal with, and they can also just keep spawning endless bugs that will try to kill you and infect you. But we have to make it back through here as fast as possible. Those boxes do not... The boxes that respawn do not have items in them. I am for sure on that. They will just respawn enemies that are in them, essentially. Boxes just tend to respawn. See, they just respawn. So just keep in mind that boxes that you've broken that respawn, they have nothing in them. But yes, now we can actually access the lab again. Oh, a little bit laggy, but that's fine. Let us enter here, finally. More shotgun shells. Interesting. We could probably turn off the light. We don't really need it on all the time. And now we have the zoom scope, which is very good. So the zoom scope is actually very nice. It allows you to actually scope in. This is better than the red dot. It actually gives you a way better chance of aiming. You don't see quite in first person as well. Because if we go and swap it again, oops, and switch back to the red dot, it's roughly the same thing. It's just that the zoom feature does help a lot with aiming in first person. So the zoom scope is just better overall, just an overall better, and you can also see it on the gun itself, which is very neat. Very neat indeed. And yes.
So, you got out okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was you, Cindy? I've been worried about you. I haven't been able to contact you ever since that day.
Dennis, is it really just a coincidence that you're here? Regardless, I don't have anything left to say to you. Just leave me alone.
I knew you were here before I came. I was concerned for your safety.
Don't you realize what you did? I'm telling you, I have nothing more to say.
Cindy, this is no time to fight.
The slowdown does make this a little bit funnier.
Talk about that later. What on earth happened to this place? What's going on down here?
We need answers.
Why did the military send your team in instead of just bombing this place? Don't they know what's going on here? Even brave soldiers like you won't be able to get this situation under control. The Pentagon misjudged this one.
How do these monsters fit in?
This could be the beginning of the end of the world as we know it. The worst scenario that mankind has ever faced just began. There will be no future for us if we don't act. Hurry up and get to Ground Facility Building B. Go back home with your friends and tell your military that their dirty little plan has become a nightmare. This facility needs to be completely wiped out.
What about you?
What about you?
Let me give you this. Use it to activate the underground storage elevator. The elevator will take you to ground level. Now go, if you want to find the rest of your team. Dennis.
About Roger. I'm sorry.
I know. It doesn't seem real. Cindy, I'll wait for you to make it safely back to Building B.
Don't mind. Yeah, we got card key alpha now. Don't mind the laggy dial. If I remember correctly, it's sort of like that in the original too. It's kind of weirdly slow. What's this? Shotgun unit. Yes, now we have the shotgun unit, which is an undermount attachment to the gun. This does remove our ability to have a flashlight. However, we get a shotgun mounted, which is very good. It's a very powerful weapon. It does an insane amount of damage up close. Of course it does. However, it does make the gun look a little funky. It's literally a shotgun you just mount to the, the underside of your gun. But it's very nice. I'm going to leave a save there. It does act like the flashlight. Square is what you use to shoot it with. As you can see, Dennis does lower the gun. And you can't shoot her, which is funny, because you can sort of aim at her. Yep. And I don't think you have to reload the shotgun. It just shoots as much as possible. Oh, no, it does have to reload. Which is interesting. As you can tell, I am shooting because this is probably the end of the video here. I do have to do some editing with this. But yes, we will be back very shortly. I am going to try to continue this game and try to beat it as soon as possible, alongside with other series like RTK and Kagero. I'm going to try to keep these videos roughly 30 minutes. So I do have to try to keep a timer on me at all times. This video went a little bit longer than I wanted to because I was trying to show off some things. I do have to edit around some things. But yeah, this was a fun time. Again, sorry for the issues. It is just really impossible to iron them out on my current system, on my current GPU and such. It is very unfortunate. There's not that much I can do. But I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel and supporting the videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.